Most of us think that we're doing just fine, that we're calm, collected, and in control. But what if that calm is actually just a way of managing ourselves, our emotions, and our lives? The truth is, our bodies can be stuck in survival mode, even when we feel like everything's okay. And in today's video, I am going to talk about how to know if we are actually in a regulated state or if we're just holding it all together. Welcome back to day 33 of this 100 days of realignment. This week, we've been exploring all about anchoring safety and building capacity. And that all starts with learning how to know if we are actually regulated. For me, this shows up with filming. I have been taking on filming 3 times a week, managing a full-time job, caring for my family, and trying to stay consistent with the priorities and non-negotiables I set in week 2. And sometimes on filming days, I feel an urgency set in. My mic cuts out. I get interrupted. I can't seem to find the words. And there is a discomfort that happens in my body, a tightness, a tension that takes over. And even when I try to tell myself I'm calm, in all honesty, I'm actually just trying to control things. And this has been a pattern in my life where I have told myself everything is fine and I just keep moving forward and push ahead, even when there's an underlying chaos underneath. And so many people wouldn't even know this is happening for me because I am so used to masking it. And that's when it occurred to me that so many of us are living in this space between calm and control, and we don't even know it. And so today, I want to talk about a way that we can inventory our nervous system to know if we are actually regulated. And I call this the 3-point check-in. We are going to be checking in with our mind, our emotions, and our bodies. Now, this does require that we pause and we do a mini micro scan to see where we are. And we're going to start with the mind. Ask yourself, are my thoughts racing or looping? Am I engaging in negative or critical thinking? Am I comparing, or do I feel displeasure in some way? Also, we can ask, am I trying to solve it, fix it, or change it? Or am I trying to figure it all out? These are ways that we can check in with the mental energy to see if it's possible that we are actually in a state of dysregulation. Then we move on and we check in with our emotions. We ask, am I feeling fear, anxiety, or doubt? Do I feel guilt or shame about who I am or what I do? We can also ask, am I able to feel joy, contentment, or ease in my life? We really want to be checking in with our emotions. We want to be able to identify our emotions and really be in the feeling state and meet whatever's coming up for us. Because when it comes to emotions, the only way out is through. Now, the third checkpoint is going to be in the body. Ask yourself, is there tension, bracing, or discomfort? We want to see if there's an underlying urgency or restlessness that we're experiencing. Ask yourself, how relaxed and grounded do I feel in this moment? Really drop down into your body. When we're doing the body scan, we have to disconnect from the mental energy. We really have to just notice sensation and not create a story around it. We just want to notice what's happening in our bodies. So I would encourage you to set a reminder on your phone, maybe for 3 times throughout the day, where you're going to pause and do this 3-point check in scan to see where you are and how you're feeling, like with our thoughts, our emotions, and our body, to see if you are, in fact, in a regulated state. Because for so many of us, our baseline state is a low lying level of fight, flight, or freeze, and we don't even realize it. And so we really want to be checking in with ourselves to take inventory to see where we currently are. So then we can work with the tools and the skills to regulate our nervous system and increase our capacity to stay in regulation. Now, another way to know if we're not in a regulated state is to check in and see how separate we feel from our goals, from our peace, or from the higher version of ourselves. Because noticing separation is often a good indication that we are not in a regulated state and that we need to increase our capacity to hold what we desire. But noticing that we're in a state of dysregulation, it's not a failure. It's actually just feedback that's telling us that we need to increase safety in our system. And our bodies are built for homeostasis. They want balance. And so we just need to give it space and trust that we can bring ourselves back into a state of regulation. Now, I am going to link one of my previous videos down below if you want to go check out some real tools that you can use to bring yourself back into regulation. That will be linked down below for you so you can go and watch that video if you want some real tactical skills you can use to regulate. But 2 of the most primary ways that you can easily access at any moment is through our breath and through our awareness. And so with our breathing, we just want to make sure that we're being intentional in our breathing and slowing down so that we can create a felt sense of safety in our body. Don't overcomplicate this. There's so many different breathing techniques out there and they're wonderful. But this is just about you being intentional and slowing down your breath and noticing. And then through our awareness, we can actually come out of our mental energy, notice any racing or restlessness, and really just orient and ground ourselves in the present moment. And then once we do that, we want to try and slow down and create space because that's the opposite of dysregulation. Being in regulation means that we do feel spaciousness and slowness. Now, if this is resonating with you and you are ready to create safety from the inside out, I am also going to link a free audio track down below. It's the Return to Wholeness Guided Realignment audio. And this is another tool that you can use in any moment if you feel like you need a touchstone to bring yourself back into regulation. Because the cornerstone of any transformation journey is always awareness. We cannot heal what we do not notice, and we are starting to notice now. I will be back on Sunday as we move into week 6, all about embodiment, so that we can begin to learn how to step into the higher level version of ourselves who already feels safe, grounded, and whole. I'll talk to you soon, everybody. Take care.